welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. So it's been like unusually quiet in the astral realm past few days. So we're gonna pull on Gaia and Earth to see what needs to come out. We may use the Voyager Tarot if we can make it. So this is the Earth Magic deck. Hey, you two, knock it the fuck off. Angel, you are a guest in this house. You don't get to start fights. The cats are talking, that's for damn sure. Fog, veiled, yeah. This is very much how it feels in the astral realms. It's not a lot going on. Hey, Lucy, stop. We're not doing a face-off right now. I'm gonna scratch your face off. It's funny. Music harmony. Maybe it's just quiet so that we can find balance, I guess. Harmony. We'll see. What else? What else? Waterfall, effortless. You guys see that? Fairies, earth magic. Yeah, definitely feels like we should be reaching out to Earth. Can you two stop? No. No. What we're not doing is that. Okay. Lucy is the reason I have so many cats. Volcano validity. What does validity mean? Now we gotta do reverse searches on my phone. Hang on. Validity. Volatile? What is this word? Volatility? Am I saying this completely wrong? Easily evaporated at normal temperatures. Which is giving like fog, right? Evaporated. Interesting. Anyway. What are you guys doing with your free time lately? Because I started watching this Netflix show. It's so good. Hilary Duff is in it. Which is why I love Hilary Duff. I grew up on Hilary Duff. Angel! Bitch, no. Get down. I know you're pregnant, but you're not going to come in here and start some shit. We've all been through pregnancy. Please. Grounding. Being encouraged to ground. I feel that. That feels real. Ancestor generations. This may be for cycle breakers. New moon promise. We just had a new moon a week or so ago. I don't know. Time has been very abstract lately. If it weren't for the moon cycles, I would be lost. Yeah, because we're in this, well, winter solstice was back in December. But for the northern hemisphere, we are in this rebirth reflection, is what it says. Energy. Iceberg submerged. Maybe people are just, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of psychosis that may be happening collectively. Maybe that's why things are a little at a halt, because people can only handle so much. And it's been a lot the past week, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're in February. Super Bowl is happening this weekend. What day of the week is it? Tuesday? Oh, I gotta put the trash out today. Alright. Let's see. If you're feeling like this, you're not alone. It's just an interesting, like we said, the veil was very thin, and now it feels like, I don't want to catastrophize this, but it just feels like there was a recovering of truth. Definitely done by the powers that be, right? So it's not a good thing. I haven't even come on here to talk about the plane crashes. The one in Philly was definitely a bomb. So, government somewhere is bombing the malls in this country. Super. productivity. I feel like the productivity here is to chill and rest. And I've been feeling it too, which is why I haven't been making videos, because it's just like nothing's coming through, you know? And like most of the time, I'm a clear, open channel. Like most of the time, I receive messages on subject matters to make videos on, like crazy, you know? But it's not, there's nothing coming through right now. I think that we're in this moment of whether or not the masculine is going to commit to healing, like the energy, the masculine energy. And we all have that within us, which is, again, the doing energy, productivity. Maybe there was just too much pressure. Maybe there was too much pressure this week that made it feel impossible, right? And so all that passion or motivation was evaporated. And now, because of that, I don't know. Because we have, okay, so ancestors are here. Promise, okay? Like, this is the goal. The goal is to get to this effortless harmony, okay? Within all of us, right? And how do we do that? We utilize Earth. Earth, and we ground ourselves. Remember, we are like the trees. Always, always we are growing. If we choose to grow. If we don't choose to grow, then we're gonna be stunted. If you're alive and you choose not to grow, that's the end of your road. Which is gonna make you feel completely submerged. Go watch the collective reading I already did this morning. I really like uploading this shit on my computer, by the way. It takes like 5 minutes. On my phone it takes like 45 to an hour sometime. So, I hope you guys don't mind the setup. I know it's not super cute and the lighting sucks, but we're autistic. We don't like big lights. Yeah, what did I just say about if you're not gonna grow, your road is gonna end? Preservation. What an interesting image. Can you guys see that? It's a skeleton with a fetus. Preservation. The ancestors are guiding you, your ancestors, into this growth. Look at the hands, too, in both of these photos. Is that a snake? Yeah, we're in the year of the snake, so whatever shedding is necessary, it's meant to be. It's in order to preserve your life force energy, which is your lower chakras, right? The root chakra. So go outside again, ground yourself, put your feet on the earth. So preservation and productivity. There's a balance that needs to be had between preservation and productivity. Preservation is giving dark feminine energy, obviously. Look, there's a womb present. Productivity, we already talked about, is that masculine energy. So if we're just going, right? That's when we run into the steam, the evaporation of our own energy without replenishing it, right? That's going to leave us with that feeling of it being too much. I'm going to pull these two out. Okay. Alright. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle. I felt very drawn to wear this army green color today. As well as jewelry. Go with what you feel. Always. Allow yourself to feel, I should say, as well. Anything else from these. These are so big for my hands. Macklemore, glorious. I feel glorious. These are too big for my little hands. I'm going to shuffle, cut, and then pull. If you want a message to come through, make sure it does. Shuffle, cut, pull. Every single time I use this deck. This is about inner child healing. What the fuck is driving down the alley like that? Inner child healing. Rediscovering who you are before everyone told you what to be. Go watch that shadow work, right? This is about the preservation of self. That's why we're being called to rest. We're being called to reflect, to bring that harmony and balance. Some folks need to do the work. I put everything on my channel is to support you in this work, in this process, because you have a promise of. It says new moon, but the new moon happens every 30 days. So you're always able to reinvent yourself. Again, we're like nature, especially with the real new year starting with spring, and having nature come back from their time of rest. Do what you can to really, really take care of your little one. What a cutie pie. Formation. This looks very sensual. See her? She looks like she's having an oh. Release. Formation is also speaking to this card because this is the most organized card right here, these trees. This is reflection. Yeah, you may need to shift your perspective. Look at her. This is like Empress energy, Earth Angel energy, nurturing, whole within self, able to travel realms, right? Oh wow, look at all these are like little phoenixes. I don't know if you can see these. These are like little phoenix birds. Lots of spirals. The Fibonacci sequence. Maybe something, if you're into, let me look up the Fibonacci sequence because it's been coming up a lot. Let me get the actual different yeah, that one. Thank you. If you guys aren't familiar, Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers where each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Oh, this is like numerology practice. But it looks like a spiral. So sacred geometry is a thing, a very powerful thing within spirituality and just like existence in general. So here are some examples of the Fibonacci sequence. I like the pine cone. So maybe if you're seeing pine cones, remember we are reaching out to Earth for the answers right now because nothing's coming through. So even just within these photos, you see the elements present. You see earth, water, air, not really fire. Wow, this is fascinating. Here, let me show you this. Oh, it's also in the DNA. Is that what's happening? Is there like a DNA upgrade right now? Can you see that? This one down here is a DNA strand. Right over here. You can Google it on your whatever you've got. You're gonna show us the DNA strand there. Too much light. But that's the Fibonacci sequence right there. In the middle is the numbers. So maybe you're being called, maybe numbers are calling to you. Maybe numerology is a gift that you have. Or maybe just looking within sacred geometry. Or just acknowledging the beauty of Earth, right? Earth magic. We can do longer readings over here because I don't have a time or a data cap. So let us keep going. Efficiency. Efficiency. Working smarter, not harder. Both on yourself and the things you do on this realm of existence, right? Which kind of came through with the perspective shift. Do what makes this one happy. If you're not honoring yourself and making yourself happy, and it's not even happy, but it's joy, right? The need to find joy. Reflect on where you're at, how you're feeling, and what pivots need to be made for greater efficiency within your own being. I don't know what this shit. Hang on. It's awkwardly quiet. I'm getting like nothing right now. I think I know I'm being veiled because people are trying to get back into my energy that are not welcome in my energy. So maybe that's it. I don't know. So maybe that's a message for someone as well. It's not even Mercury retrograde, but like I think there's like a collective psychosis where people are feeling really powerless, and so they're kind of grasping for things. Time. So we have time and efficiency. I just had this download this morning again. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again because it's coming through. The real freedom is time, not money. A lot of people think that money will give you ultimate freedom. Yes, money can buy you happiness, but time is the real freedom. Having time to do what you want. And I've said this, this was the download I received this morning, or didn't really feel like a download. It just felt like a reminder of time. If you have more time, you will always be able to make more money, right? You're going to be able to use your time. And remember that time is also a currency, right? An energetic time and space. But thinking about the Fibonacci sequence, remember that time is not linear. This might be a little bit too much for some people. But like, look at nature. Time exists in nature in an annual basis for the most part. Time. So think about the ways in which time is either holding you back from your true authenticity, or think about the ways in which, so like, if you're just working all the time for someone else and you have no time for yourself, that's not going to allow you to be in a space of flourishment, right? Or we can think about time as if we're thinking about time being unlinear within that Fibonacci sequence, right? More of a spiral than a like two-dimensional line, right? I don't know how you think about time. It's kind of a weird concept to think about. But if you think about time as a spiral, then it's a much more cyclical nature, which means when we are in this space of rediscovering who we are, what we want, who hurt us, how we hurt others, right? Doing the shadow work, inner child healing, decolonizing from these systems so that we can create a new earth, right? Because the earth is begging and needing that. It's very necessary, right? Our ancestors are also waiting for this. Remember, we are, okay, speaking of time, we are in the year of the snake. I did make a video about this around the new year. I think it's in the collective readings playlist. And there's like a red snake on the thumbnail. But anyway, thinking about shedding what doesn't serve, right? And if you think about a snake as like symbolic of a DNA strand, which came up when we just searched the Fibonacci. This is a fascinating reading. It is coming through now. Okay. Stepping back into our... I've been dumbing myself down with fucking Netflix the past 2 days. So anyway, thinking about how to shed what no longer serves us in order to rediscover ourselves and give us the most time so that we can... What does this say? Preserve our soul, right? Our innocence, our passion, our drive. It's fascinating. Maybe instead of thinking in these colonial constructs of productivity and time, think more about nature. Think more, ground yourself more in this reality of how nature does productivity and time. Nature doesn't rush. Nature trusts that it will happen when it's supposed to happen, both growth and release, right? Damn, this is getting deep. I don't want to go too much longer because I know folks aren't really used to that shit. Okay, consistency. Again, speaking to that cyclical, non-linear way of moving, but not in a capitalist way, in a way outside of that system. Oh, this is fascinating. And like, look at these hands grasping this snake, you know? This is really, this went somewhere I wasn't expecting. I'm glad. So if you are feeling this fog, like I was at the beginning of this reading, step into your passion. Do what you... I don't think that the powers that be, like universally, I'm not talking about systemically, like source or universe, creator, sky daddy, whatever you call it, God. I don't think that we get reprimanded. But I do think if we're not using our gifts, then our gifts slow down. Leaving us to either feel submerged or, how do you say, validity? I don't know how to say this. I don't know what this word is. Validity? Volatility? Whatever. I can read, just not this word. Evaporated. Alright, we looked it up. So those are like two sides of the extremes, right? When we're being called to ground ourselves, to reflect, to allow this harmony to be effortless by reconnecting to our little one. Perception. Didn't perception already come out? Another Fibonacci sequence on her third eye. Speaking to awakening. Perception. So yeah, again, shifting. Didn't perception already come out? There's a lot of P's. Preservation, productivity, perspective, and perception. Damn. perspective and perception. One of these is like very etherical, right? And the other is very grounded. So again, within a spectrum, but we're being called to not think of it as a two-dimensional spectrum. We're being called to allow our existence to be expansive in that Fibonacci sequence. Wow. I'm gonna have to, I think all of us are being called to really reflect, right? Reflect, know that whatever it is that you desire most is promised, but we're being called to expand our understanding of self and magic, right? This earth magic, to a less restrictive space, so that we ourselves are not restricted by these systems. Wow. Yeah, what is the expectation you have for yourself? What are the expectations that others have for you that are limiting you? What expectations can you release so that you can liberate yourself from not only these systems, but also just two-dimensional thinking? Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go on this. I highly recommend looking up the Fibonacci sequence, or just taking some time to go out in nature. I almost picked up some pine cones today, but I didn't because we have an abundance of pine cones. Oh wow, this is fascinating. Okay. Also, I'm being called to share, eat more nuts, or like raw foods, like more greens. I've been snacking on like bell peppers lately and pistachios. So give your body more fuel to escape the matrix, more natural foods. Also, today's action activation was about picking up litter. So if there's a way or time and space that you can kind of look out for Mother Gaia, by helping out with litter or something else, do so if you so are able, if you have the time. But yeah, ground yourselves on this planet. Earth is really needing us and wanting us to exist like her versus the way we are. Damn, that was deep as fuck. Have a good one, y'all.